This doesn't seem real. But guess what? It's real.
Yeah.
I stand before you, very humble man this morning. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity that He's placed before us. We know that with Him all things are possible.
Amen.
Many, many years ago, around my grandpa's kitchen table, Harley tripped. The conversation was heavy. I was a young deputy, went by on duty over there, and I walked in, and he saw me in that uniform, and he couldn't believe his eyes. He said, "Lance," he said, "one of these days, you may just be the sheriff of this county." Many, many, many years ago. I was like, come on, P-Pop. I'm serious. Little did we know we would be here this morning at the Caldwell County Library announcing our candidacy for the sheriff of Caldwell County. So we are very, very excited and very humbled by this. Thank each and every one of you for coming out this morning. We had it planned a couple of weeks ago or actually about a week and a half ago, and then the bad storms came in, so we were not able to be here. So we couldn't come up here and do this when folks were out here in the county trapped inside their homes with trees on top of their homes, and folks involved in collisions and different things. So we've got to always remember to put the people first. Again, I thank God for this opportunity. I thank all of you for coming. I thank my family for being here, being in support. I thank all of the hard workers, campaign staff, Mr. Bill Henson, and I'll tell you, there's countless folks that have been helping out with this campaign. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to continue to diligently work until May of 2014, when we win this primary election and become the next sheriff in Caldwell County. We are receiving a lot of support locally here in Caldwell County, and not only locally, but statewide. As most know, I work with the Highway Patrol. There's troopers from statewide, all across the state, wanting to come in to help us with this campaign. So folks from down east, down towards the beach, Raleigh, in all different areas here in North Carolina, folks are going to be coming in to help. So I can't thank everyone enough for that. After much prayer, guidance, and direction, and by humbly receiving the amount of vast support from you guys, from family, from citizens alike, I announce my candidacy for sheriff of Caldwell County. It is time to embark on a new beginning. There's numerous reasons why I seek this office. I first of all want to state to you that law enforcement is a special calling in one's life. I believe with all my heart it's a calling in my life. As we know, a law enforcement officer has many responsibilities and serves in a variety of capacities and different roles. Dear friend back there in the back, Lieutenant Mike Quinn, 36 years in law enforcement. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about when I state this. A true law enforcement officer is one of many things, to include a servant, a protector, a provider, a teacher, a counselor, a friend, and a peacemaker, just to name a few. A true law enforcement officer, lieutenant, is one who is sworn in or affirmed by taking that oath of office to uphold the Constitution of the United States and our great state, by protecting and serving to the best of that officer's abilities and at the highest level of standards. As a humble and loyal servant over the past 17 years here in Caldwell County, I report to you this morning, I have fulfilled this mission thus far, and I will continue to do so. I have done it without wavering. I have done it by standing on principle, and I have done it by standing on truth. I pledge to you this morning, I will stand on the truth as we embark on this new journey. I have answered numerous calls, thousands upon thousands of calls, while in service for 17 years in law enforcement. But my friends, this morning, it's come time to answer this very important call. This call for service as serving as the next sheriff in Caldwell County. True leadership this morning doesn't involve power of position, but true leadership involves the power of influence. Being able to influence, being able to inspire. That is something that Lance Wilson brings to the table. I can do just that. It's not about the power of position, folks, but the power of influence and the power of inspiration. And I will become Caldwell County's voice of truth. That word truth has substantial meaning. It is a bold word. It is an assertive word. It is a word that we will use in our campaign. Lance Wilson will be the voice of truth in Caldwell County and for all citizens in Caldwell County as your sheriff. The word truth in our campaign means this. The T stands for trust. The R for responsibility. The U for unity. The T for totality. And the H for honor. These are the attributes, my friends, that Lance Wilson brings to the table. And I want you to know I will stand for you and I will stand for the truth. It's time for a leader to step up. It is time for a leader to emerge in this county by standing on the truth. The success of our sheriff's office here in Caldwell County depends very much on the sheriff's ability to inspire and influence. I will ask you the question. How much influence do we have at this current time? How much inspiration, motivation, and morale do we have at this current time? How much moral and ethical standard and values do we have at this time? Ladies and gentlemen, Lance Wilson will bring this to the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office. I believe with all my heart I am the one to do just this, to influence and to inspire. Our office must be led, not just managed. Did you hear me? It must be led, not just managed. I have a vision and I have a future plan for our sheriff's office, and it's called A New Beginning. A new beginning is a creation of positive foundation and a platform which includes second to none moral and ethical standard, morale, and motivation. That's phase one of our new beginning platform. Coupled with phase two, which is the implementation of more personnel, more programs, and organizational plans which will immediately develop much needed positive direction here in our county. Lieutenant and others in law enforcement in this room can relate when I say this. Sometimes we seem to get caught up in tradition. This is the way we've always done it. Folks, that will be discarded. It will not apply in our administration.